As regards to kind of what today's about and whatnot, they've been working on, City of Longview has been working on this for a long time. They
Right.
started back on the loop. They started a little scanner station and whatnot, and slowly it was spreading. So tell me, how did that spread all the way to you guys?
They had talked to us about it when they started doing their scanner stations, asked us where our interest would be in doing them also. And I told them I was all for it, whatever we could do to make it happen. And they ultimately made it happen.
As regards to one of the interesting things, so of course there's microchipping and everything, and the city of Longview has an ordinance that since it's almost been a year now since that ordinance. To my knowledge, the city of Kilgore does not. So with you guys having a microchipping station, does that kind of progress that for you guys?
I'm hopeful. We are talking about mirroring Longview's ordinances for microchipping so that, Kilgore's citizens and ultimately pets take advantage of it the same way that Longview has.
For
Because it not
sure.
only makes our job simpler in not overloading the shelters with animals, but it keeps from stressing out these pets that just, innocently escaped the yard or got out of the house.
For sure. And how long have you guys been in contact with the adoption center on getting one of these stations?
It's been 3 or 4 months now.
Three or
It's
four
it's
months?
been talked about for a little while from I guess their initial planning phase all the way through its inception.
And when did y'all officially have it installed?
It was installed a little over a week ago.
Okay, so very short time. Do you know of
Absolutely.
anyone that's possibly used it out in front of the
I have not heard a
library?
success story yet. I do know there were a couple of people that wanted to go test it, and I don't know if that meant grabbing a loose dog in the neighborhood or bringing their own pet that they know is microchipped up there. But I haven't heard from anybody yet that's used it. I scanned a test chip that I've got just to make sure everything was working, and it did just fine, picked up the chip. So I'm hopeful that when the need arises, that it does exactly what it's designed to do.
Right, yeah. And one of the things I found interesting talking with the Longview Animal Care and Adoption Center is like a test may be needed because sometimes that microchip can move, and so you
It
got to
can, they can migrate.
the whole body, to make sure they can find it, which I just found that interesting. But as far as you guys and just trying to do that, I mean, thinking about this for 3 months and whatnot, uh, what was y'all's excitement level, I guess, like?
Very excited. I've picked up a number of dogs that have turned out to be microchipped. Some of those came from people that were holding it, hoping to locate an owner. So I'm hoping that, animals that are found outside of animal control hours on the weekend and the evenings, that this can get those animals home even faster than waiting for me to return either at 8 a.m. the next morning or Monday morning or, outside of normal hours.
So tell me, at least I know in Longview there has been, and I mean, it obviously depends, but there's some stray dogs and whatnot. What does that look like for Kilgore, and you guys' need to help find the owners and whatnot?
Kilgore faces the same challenges. We've got animals that escape from home. We've got animals that are suspected abandoned. We face the same issues that they do. And until we can get, as a collective community, all of our neighboring communities on board, we're all going to continue to some varying degrees seeing the same thing. We only get it in strength of numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that way, it's of course going in with the adoption center and their microchipping ordinance and whatnot too, and everything.
Absolutely.
Um, Is there any last comments you'd like to say? Anything I didn't touch on that you think is important to add? Do you guys hope to maybe add one on the other side of Kilgore and whatnot?
I would love to. We tried to get this fairly centered where it was accessible to everyone. And our library really is kind of in the center of Kilgore, not too far north, south, west, or east. So it is kind of in an ideal lit location so that somebody wants to go in the evening, they feel safe doing it, not some, dark alleyway somewhere. We're just truly grateful to Longview Animal Care and Adoption Center and Longview Paws for putting this together and making it accessible to all the communities that they service.
Yes, that's right. And they've been working on it for a long time. Did y'all pay for anything? Did y'all
We did
anything come
not.
out of y'all's pocket for this?
Longview took care of everything. There were a couple of different companies, I think, that made donations towards this. So anytime you can work locally, do it because they're the ones supporting us locally.
They are, absolutely. And they're all on this train together. Gladewater and White Oak are on the same train. That's right.
Absolutely.
Have you talked to them?
I have talked to Gladewater. I have not talked to White Oak. White Oak got theirs, I think, just a couple of days after the one in Kilgore went up. So theirs is still real new also.
And what was that conversation like for the Gladewater one? Because to my knowledge, they were excited too.
They absolutely were. And to my knowledge, they didn't have a secondary scanner. Our officers have access to my scanner after hours if they need to try to scan it all. I don't know that Gladewater does. They may now. I do not know. I don't know how that looks anymore. But I
So,
do know they were excited about it.
so what's different in between y'all scanning stations? Sorry, I think I missed that.
Nothing between the scanning stations, but personal scanner after hours.
Sorry, you broke up there for a second. Could you repeat that?
Yes,
Sorry.
our police officers are able to access my personal scanner after hours, the one that stays with animal control. So they've been able to do it.
I
They
see what
just
you're
they
saying.
don't go get it and run all over town doing it as a service.
Right. Okay.
So I don't think Gladewater had that option all along. So this is something kind of really new to them.